This anime begins when we see a man flying through the air, and he lands on an island located in Star's Ocean. He is a cultivator called Hanli, and he has come to hunt demon monsters. He pours a mysterious liquid onto an immortal flower and it instantly blossoms. He then starts placing flags all over the island. The flower's smell spreads across the ocean and has already attracted a monster. He recognizes it as a level 7 demon monster and tells his pet to hide somewhere safe. The beast arrives and Hanli summons a prearranged formation and easily traps the beast. He then launches a brutal fireball attack and the beast is seemingly defeated. However, it rises from the rocks without any injury and roars at Hanli. They clash and get involved in a close and intense battle. Hanli stabs the beast's back, slices its throat, and cuts off its claw. However, all the attacks are rendered useless, as the beast has a strange regeneration ability. Hanli is stunned by the beast's capabilities. However, he isn't fazed and continues to trap the beast and launch countless fire attacks. He then attacks the beast with a lightning strike and this paralyzes it. He uses the chance to launch a brutal sword attack and clashes with the beast in the air. Hanli has successfully killed the beast and he collects its inner core. It's nighttime and he is standing with his pet enjoying the moonlight. He starts thinking about his past and we see Hanli when he was 200 years younger. His parents are struggling to make ends meet and fear the likelihood of the whole family starving. They are trying to find options, but the only option is for Hanli to join the Seven Mysteries sect, who will pay them enough money for them to survive. His mother really doesn't like the idea, but Hanli enters and insists that he wants to do it. The next morning he is set to leave and he consoles his mother and tells her not to worry. He gets on the carriage and it sets off without delay. His little sister starts chasing it, screaming his name. She tells him that she has something to give him and she manages to put it in his hand before the carriage gets away. On the carriage he is accompanied by 2 others who are also going to take the entry test to join the Seven Mysteries sect. One is called Zhang and the other is called Feiyu. They warmly befriend him and even give him some of their food. They arrive at where the test will take place and there's many other people who will be doing the test with them. The test involves a journey all the way to the peak of the mountain where the flag is placed, and to pass the test you must make it to the flag before noon. They start the journey with speed and everyone is running towards the first climb. People start to attack each other and it's clear that everyone is competing, with one of the contestants even kicking Feiyu down from the cliff. Hanli manages to complete the first climb in spite of the drama, and he sees Feiyu sitting down and he wonders why he isn't trying to climb to the peak. Feiyu tells him that the other contestants start throwing rocks down when someone tries to climb up. Hanli looks around and tries to figure out a way, and once Zhang arrives, Hanli tells them that himself and Zhang should try climb up the steep part of the mountain together. They start climbing up together and they stumble, but they keep trying and manage to finish the second climb. They go across the chain with relative ease. The sect leader is looking on and is seriously impressed. It is just afternoon, but the leader wonders if he should make an exception for them, but his right-hand man insists that they should stick by the rules. The leader goes to the people who have made it and congratulates them, declaring that they are the 9 people who passed the test. Shortly after, Zhang and Hanli complete the journey and lay down exhausted, wondering if they made it. Although they didn't pass the test, they are accepted by an elder of the Seven Mysteries sect called Dr. Mo, who is thoroughly impressed by their performance and wants to give them a chance. The sect leader grants his wish. Hanli and Zhang get up and start following their new master, all the way to the Valley of Divine Palm, a beautiful place where only the 3 of them live. During Hanli and Zhang's time there, they learned a cultivation method to keep them in tune with their bodies. They also gathered an abundance of knowledge about herbs, like which herbs to collect to make medical potions, and how much to use when making them. Dr. Mo even taught the pair how to read and gave them useful books to read. Hanli became very good at taking care of the herbs and Dr. Mo was glad to let him. Zhang and Hanli would take care of each other whenever one would get sick. They gathered a lot of medical knowledge in their time helping Dr. Mo treat his patients. Today Dr. Mo asks Hanli to start bandaging one of the patients, and when the day of work is over, we see Dr. Mo is getting more and more sickly, and he demands that they collect a special herb for his medicine. The herb grows on the side of the mountain, so the pair have to use a rope. Hanli spots the herb and goes over to grab it. The rope falls and causes Hanli to stumble. He wonders what happened, so he starts climbing up. When he gets to the top, he sees Xian captured by the same people who were bullying them during the test, who now call themselves the Wolf Gang. Their leader is called Jia, and Hanli challenges him to a one-on-one fight. Jia punches him and puts him down with ease. He then grabs his arm and threatens to break it. Suddenly we see the return of Feiyu, who tells the gang that he will need to teach them a lesson. They then confront him for interrupting, and Jia tells them to start attacking him. They charge towards Feiyu, and he takes out the first one, the second, the third, and the rest of the gang with relative ease. He now faces the leader, and Jia charges at him with a sword attack, but Feiyu defeats him also. They all simultaneously struggle to stand up and then start running away. Feiyu turns around and finally gets to talk to his old friends. He tells them that he passed this year's test and even finished second place. Hanli is especially stunned by his improved strength and skills. Feiyu cuts the reunion short and tells them that he has a mission to attend to. He is coughing as he walks away, and Hanli is clearly concerned about his health. However, they decide to leave anyway. Feiyu's cough starts getting worse and he starts losing energy. He falls over and falls down the hill. Whilst walking, Hanli gets a feeling that Feiyu is really not well and decides that he should head back for him. He heads back and finds Feiyu on the floor. He starts treating him and decides to check what he has in his hand. He identifies that he has been using special pills that give him super speed and strength. Hanli lectures him because they are addictive and cause dangerous drops in energy. Feiyu takes one of the pills and he starts to regain energy. He sits up and tells Hanli that he can't tell anyone that he uses the pills, not even Zhang. We then see the Wolf Gang back at their base, and they are receiving a lecture from the actual leader of the gang, who decides to not punish Jia, as he is his nephew and his embarrassing defeat doesn't affect the gang's plans. Dr. Mo decides it's time to put what they've learned to the test. He starts by asking Zhang to do a cultivation method and is clearly disappointed. He then asks Hanli to do the same cultivation method, and he goes ahead and does it, and he is stunned by his improvement. Zhang acknowledges his failure and asks his master to not kick him out. Dr. Mo does not kick him out but instead assigns him to another cultivation method, which is more focused on the physical realm. We see the difference in their methods. Zhang is using brute force and physical technique, whilst Hanli is absorbing the spiritual qi and keeping in tune with his body. One day they come together and show off their developments and use them against each other. Zhang is clearly lacking in skill but has a lot of strength. The trio of friends sit on the roof and finally have a real reunion and talk about how much progress Feiyu has made in the time he has been away. And Zhang also adds that Hanli and himself have also made lots of progress. They are all clearly happy for each other and are happy to be a part of Seven Mysteries sect, and vow to stick by each other. But that's where this episode ends. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.